Can you hear me, Anuj? So, a very pleasant evening to one and all present over here. As the face of Club Antrix, I would like to welcome you to this webinar. We believe that you'll be learning and gaining good aspects of getting started with your first research paper. I would like to welcome the speaker for today's event, Mr. Utkarsh Chadha, Chief of Organization and Commanding Scientist, KLCM PHV, Capestone Internet Combat Vehicles, Research and Development Department, DRDO CVRDE, Chennai, and a final year BTech mechanical student at VIT, Vellore. Now, I would like to hand over the stage to our guest to enlighten our audience with the purpose of this webinar.
Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Okay. So can you please remove the slide? I'll be presenting actually. That's why. Okay. So hello, everyone. I hope I'm clear and audible to you. So now I'll be telling you regarding the research work or writing a paper in general. Okay. It can be of any category. There are lots of categories. One is review article. Another one is research article, and some are short communications. Short communications can be research, review, mini review. Okay, that's completely different. Short communications is not actually a category, it's just a classification by journals. Okay, so see, now what happens in a review article? Now, in a review article, usually they require a technical analysis of a topic. For example, if there is a topic we take, for example, most of you are from aerospace or something related to artificial intelligence. Okay. Now, for example, we make a topic right here for a review article. A review for AI models used in aerospace component manufacturing. Let this be our sample topic. Okay. So now we have taken this example topic. Now, what should we do? Okay. Now, not all, actually, I have just jumped too ahead. I'll just explain you like how you should be getting such topics. First of all, you need to have a choice of subject. If you don't have a choice, you have to find one, or else you won't be able to proceed ahead, or you will stay confused for a long time. So discuss with your faculties, discuss with your peers, and understand which subject or which concept is clear to you. Okay, and what are the possibilities of research in them. For example, I am from mechanical engineering, I'm still in my final year, and all I can see is like my favorite subject is metal casting and welding. Okay, so I studied these two subjects in my mechanical engineering. Okay. So I studied metal casting technology and started reading further about it. And I found out like there are some flaws. For example, investment casting has some flaws, sand casting has some flaws, which can be still studied about. Okay. And I knew that it's that this is my clear vision, that I had a clear vision that I'm going to solve these problems. I'm going to bring something which will solve these problems some way or the other. Okay. So that way you have to make a topic, because without a topic, you won't be able to proceed ahead, because you will need topic, keywords, then only you will be able to proceed ahead. Now, this is our sample topic. Okay. This will explain both research and review, like what efforts are required. Okay. Now, your next step should be taking out the keywords. Now, here keywords are artificial intelligence, comma, aerospace component manufacturing. Now, aerospace component manufacturing, there are lots of things. Okay, so we can say additive manufacturing of those aerospace components. Now, additive manufacturing can have anything. Additive manufacturing. Now, these are the two keywords, and third one being the aerospace, which is quite obvious. Now, what we'll do is we'll just go and search these keywords on Google Scholar. Now, Google Scholar is one of the most common databases to find research papers. Okay, you will be able to access all the research papers. Okay, and uh, Anuj, do you have this e-gateway option, like egateway.vit.ac.in? Do they provide you? I can't hear you.
Basically, no, they don't provide us with this gateway.
They don't. That's pretty weird, though. Fine. So, is wrong. Artificial intelligence. Okay. So now, these are the keywords I'm going to search. Okay, on Google Scholar. Now, see, one paper. I've got this. There are lots of papers on this aspect. Okay. Now, for example, I'm unable to download some of these papers. Okay. Like I'll just take one example from these search results only. Let this be one example. I'm just opening this search result. Okay. It usually takes me to a payment gateway and where I'm unable to access those journal papers. Okay. So sometimes what happens, they will ask you for institutional login, payments, or something like that. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Yeah, on VIT Bhopal website, they have mentioned that we have the access to this I Explore, in which Cambridge network, MIT network, but I've tried multiple times, but I don't think there is clear. I think the availability is only for the library because I was
I
not
think
able to log in through it. I tried multiple times, but I was failing once and once.
yeah, that was the case actually in some, like for VIT Bhopal and various other cases, like VIT AP also, there was this problem. But in I'm from VIT Vellore, so I have this e-gateway access with me. Okay, I'll just show you for your demo for the demonstration. You can raise a demand like, yeah, please give us this access as well.
Yeah, this is, I really need this. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just show you this. Okay, this is the paper, but I'm unable to access it without payment or without any subscription. Okay, so they want me to have some membership or they want me to pay. But instead of this, you might know about torrents. So there are some torrents for research papers as well. They are called sci-hub.st. Okay, please note this down. Sci-hub.st, and these are some mirrors. These three links. You can take a screenshot and you can utilize it later. Now, you can see DOI link. For every research paper, there has to be a DOI link, or else it's not a research paper. It's completely waste of time and is not a scientific article. Okay. They have to have a DOI, which is like an Aadhaar card for that kind of that paper, an identifier. Okay, a pretty unique identifier from wherever on earth you'll try to access or click this DOI, you will be able to reach to this paper. Okay, now I'll just copy the DOI and paste it in Sci-Hub and I'll search it. So thanks to the torrent, I can access paper for free without any payments and without any subscription. Simple as that. So Sci-Hub is such platform which can be used to access papers, okay, for free. And you might be able to find at max 2021 papers. You might not be able to find 2022 papers. In some cases, some publishers' papers like Taylor and Francis Sage papers, you won't be able to find easily. Okay. So there is this one social media platform, wsonhj.com. Very complicated name, but yes, it's pretty useful. Okay. Now, this is a platform where you can like request for any paper. For example, there are people who have requested for so many papers, Springer, Elsewhere, etc. Okay. So I can just click post button. Like you will have to completely log in into this. Okay. You'll have to log in and you will have to create your account. And then you will be able to access this platform. Click post button and whatever DOI links are there, you have to copy this and you can go to this platform and write doi.org slash and then paste the number, this unique number, and click quick search and it will give you all the details like, yeah, this is the paper title over here and this is the publisher, IEEE article source, and then you can click new reward. Like you have some points, 10, 20 points, you can give some papers, you can take some papers, and daily you get check-in points. Okay, so you can access as many papers you want, like 2021 papers, 2022 papers. Okay, so this is a social media platform created for the researchers by the researchers, so you can utilize this. Okay, and then after this I'll just demonstrate what VIT Vellore has offered us. egateway.vit.ac.in. Now this is the platform. This is the login page from where we have to go and access. You have to go to forgot password. The VIT students have to write their VIT Gmail over here and then click reset password. Then they will be able to access this platform. I'll just show you in less time so that I can move ahead with other things as well, because that will too take some time up. Okay, so
Which
we'll go to.
website is that, and VIT Bhopal student can get access of it?
I'm not sure about that. You will have to mail your librarian about it. Okay, find your librarian's mail ID and please ask them if you require this journal access. Please ask them directly. Okay, because VIT Vellore has access on its own and anybody can use it. VIT Bhopal must also have some access, but you will have to contact your librarian regarding it, because I am not having any info about that. But what VIT Vellore has to offer, I am just showing you that. Okay. Now, this way, we can access a lot of journals. For example, ACM is for computer science students, ACM Digital Library. You will find all computer science related papers pretty easily on this platform. Okay. And IEL. online. This is for IEEE papers. Whatever papers on IEEE are there, you can access it very easily. Now see, since I have logged in from my browser, now I can go to this IEEE page. Instead of using Sci-Hub, what I can do is I'll just add in their website. After .org, I'll write .egateway.vit.ac.in, and I'll just click the button, and boom, you can access the PDF using VIT's subscription. Okay, so I got this here directly. You can see authorized license use limited to VIT University. Like this way, you can download. Okay, so these are the facilities provided by VIT Vellore campus. You can please ask in VIT Bhopal campus. Okay, I really encourage you to ask this. Okay, and now next thing. Okay, after finding using keywords, uh, you will have to download the papers. Usually for review articles, it's around 100 to 150 research papers. For research, it can be around 10 to 100 articles in general. Okay, it's really not mandatory, it can be more also. Like one of my own review articles was having more than 300 research papers. No, not a big deal, depending on the requirement. Yeah. So after finding these many papers, okay, for example, you found 100 papers for your topic. Okay, so what you will have to do is, if you are a team of 4, then distribute all the papers in equal parts. Give each. Okay, now there are 4 people, A, B, C, and D. Now I cannot ask each of them to read all the 100 papers. They'll literally kill me. Okay, so they will kill me out of frustration. Like, bro, why on earth are you giving me these many things? Why are you just irritating us? Okay, I'm trying to do now by dividing 25 papers each is decreasing the workload by 3/4 and the time wastage by 3/4. Okay, so I have asked A to work on his 25 papers very carefully. So according to the topic, our topic was a review of AI models in aerospace component additive manufacturing. So he will study only and only with respect to our paper topic, and he will find out the points and he will write it down in a Word file. Okay, and he will collect that information, like a 25 pages long research paper and one small paragraph, 2 3 lines, 10 lines of summary. Pretty simple. All the facts are collected by him, and once he uploads his all of his literature surveys in the group for all 25 papers, B, C, and D will not have to waste that amount of time which was invested by person A to read all those papers. They will just read the summary and they are good to go. Okay, so we reduced the time wastage, we distributed the work, and we also encouraged to read each other's literature survey, and then we'll proceed ahead for theory. Okay, now theory writing. Now what happens in theory writing, you need a structure. Okay, but I'll just write down the general structure, or just show you one sample structure.
What's the difference between review and the research?
See, I'll just write this also. Wait, review versus research. Review is a technical uh, paper which presents the current scenario in the technology being reviewed. This is engineer's perspective. Okay. For other domains, it's just the same. The word current scenario in the domain. Or if we say it in neutral voice, a review is a presentation of the current scenario of the domain. Simple. And now I'll explain about research. Research can be a modification, change, or something completely new in any domain. Okay. For example, you can call a survey, like surveying 100 people, 1,000 people. That in if there is a social science paper, they survey 100,000 people for understanding some psychological problem, mental stress, depression. Then that's also a research. But the conclusions what they give is a research outcome. Okay, that's completely different. But for engineers, for the engineers as much as it's concerned, it has to be more inclined towards technical aspect. Okay, now I'll just write something like research
Then what
can
is
be
the
a
difference between research and patent?
see patent is like filing for a copyright that no one should be able to copy your idea. Patent is a like documentation which is filed to save the rights of your invention. And if anyone wants to copy, they'll have to take your permission. And or you can even demand royalty depending on your patent's usage. Okay. Patent is like a completely new thing. Like even in research, something completely new. This can be converted into patent. Okay. Yeah. So I'll get back to research that can be technical investigations or technical analysis or modification in the current technology. Okay. And now I have explained review versus research. If you have any doubts, you are free to stop me anytime. Okay. And now we need a structure for theory writing. Now I'll just show you one sample document which I have created. Now this is one paper. Okay. Now we'll just copy the title over here. Now suppose this is our topic. Now abstract is like a 200 to 250 words a paragraph. Okay. I'll show you my research paper instead. Wait. That's really good. Yeah. This paper was published in Springer, European Physical Journal Plus, and it's called really good paper as per my peers and faculties. See, now this paper is regarding metal casting, electromagnetic metal casting and artificial intelligence which was implemented in it. Okay. Now, see this carefully. The very first paragraph is abstract. It's like a trailer of a movie. Okay. Just like when you see a trailer, what do you usually understand? What do you usually get? Like, yeah, this is the movie, this is the trailer, like this is the plot, this is going to be the twist, that girl is going to be a heroine, yeah, and yeah, that guy is going to beat the shit out of them. Like that kind of masala stuff. So abstract is also like that, just to give you essence of it, essence of the paper. Like, yeah, if this trailer of this movie is for my genre of interest, then I'll obviously watch it. If not, then I'll move ahead. Simple. So abstract helps researchers to find out if this paper is relevant to their domain or not. Okay. If it's not relevant, they'll move ahead, because not everyone has appropriate time. Okay. No one does. If the abstract is like matching their domain, they'll download the paper and read it later. They will not sit and read the whole paper while downloading for collecting all those papers for literature survey after that. Okay. So yeah, abstract is like the trailer for the whole paper. Now after that, introduction can be like 1 page, 2 page essay, which will introduce your topic, which will introduce the possibilities within the topic and what has been the trend. Okay, like that thing can be explained in it in the introduction section. This is the only part where you will be writing an essay for the paper. Okay, now next, understanding the process or literature survey, where actual game is going on. Now see, the electromagnetic metal casting and computation designs, totally different two things. I just broke them into two. I broke the topic into two and I've explained them individually. Now that's called a master stroke. Nothing else is. See, number 2.1, electromagnetic metal casting. Now this is one topic which I have explained thoroughly. And after that, 2.2, I have explained regarding artificial intelligence. See, the tabulations are really important. The way of presenting a data in a table is very important. Okay. That's extremely crucial. You can see this table number 1. This is one of the best tables which we have given for electromagnetic metal casting. And for artificial intelligence, there are separate tables. And such diagrams you'll have to give. Okay. Now the heading 2.2, computational models in electromagnetic metal casting. Just the same thing what I have told. I just broke into two and explained them individually. Okay. Now after this, after the literature survey aspect, we'll go to discussion. Okay. Now in the discussion section, what we'll do is we'll try to correlate them too. We started like this, we broke them, इनकी जुदाई करा दी और अब इनको पास ले आए, इनको बोले हैप्पी वैलेंटाइंस डे. It's very lame. Sorry. Now 3.1, electromagnetic metal casting. Okay. So now what we have done is यहाँ पे we have given a lot of review. Okay. Now in initial stage literature survey, we were mostly dependent on our papers. Okay. Now after literature survey, okay, any normal person could obviously understand like what are the current flaws in the technology. Okay. Now using understanding those current flaws, now here we'll provide a review. Now review is completely different from literature survey. The review is like your original thought process. Like, yeah, this is the process, electromagnetic metal casting is the process, but when it comes to this specific metal, the other process is much more efficient than electromagnetic metal casting, so electromagnetic metal casting should be avoided. Or else in artificial intelligence we can say SVM is much better over here rather than implementing KNN, K nearest neighbor. Okay, so you can reject one of them, you can compare this way. Okay, like this was the experiment which was conducted. Like you will have to use the research papers for providing proof of your claims. Okay, whatever statement you make, you have to provide a citation. For example, just like this, paper number 42. Okay, in the end of the statement, like this, you have to give appropriate citation for whatever claims you make. Okay, and then you have to provide some tabulations for artificial intelligence models, and you'll have to demonstrate all the artificial intelligence models. If you are a CSC student, it is highly encouraged. If you are implementing artificial intelligence in an application, then you have to present your like layout. For example, if you are implementing SVM, you are implementing KNN, or simply, I'll just show you one diagram which was like very much related to electromagnetic metal casting. Yeah, neural network layout. Yeah, this is one example of neural network layout which was implemented in the electromagnetic metal casting, which is an application of artificial intelligence over here. And how it was implemented from input layer, hidden layer, and the output layer, like how it's demonstrated. Your thinking has to be developed that way after reading those papers, that you imagine that process, and you see, as an artificial intelligence engineer, you see the process with your own perspective. That's more important. Not reading the paper for the sake of reading it. Visualize it, implement it. Simple. Okay. And after results and discussion, providing appropriate criticism and comparison between each other, we go to summary and conclusions. Usually summary is a different section, conclusion is a different section, but for this paper we had to merge it for some reason. So summary is usually a 800 word paragraph, or like 800 words are more than enough for a summary, where you provide the best cases, the worst cases, best case why it happens to be the best, worst case why it happens to be the worst, and then you jump on to the conclusion. Okay, and summary can also include like a very general statement regarding the whole paper, regarding the whole process. Okay, in the conclusion section, usually you have to provide the gaps, what you have discussed in result. Like for example, I discussed some imaginary metal which was not being able to get processed through electromagnetic metal casting, but some other process was much more beneficial. Now you provide one point over here, like if this process was not efficient, then there should be some modification, or the metal has some problem. The metals should be avoided, like this way, like the current gaps, like how the problems can be solved. Okay, so this is how you structure the paper, and what contents you have to include in them is important. And I have explained you this now. Okay, and in the end, these are the references. Referencing is very important. Whatever you write, you should be giving references properly. Okay, from wherever you refer, okay, you have to give appropriate references. Okay, now back to the document.
Can you
I'll, sorry.
overview the ones?
Okay, I'll just give you the structure, right? You just need the structure, na? Yes or no?
Structure of research.
Fact. Okay, these things are like pretty general. I'll just, for a review, I'll give review is usually having abstract, introduction, literature survey. It can have a 2.1, 2.2. Okay. Or you can make the 2.1 as 2, 2.2 as 3, and so on. It's completely dependent on you. This is my structure which I follow in my own research organization. Okay. The heading number 3, if this is a research, then you will include experiment parameters. If this is a research, only valid for research articles. Now, experimental parameters, what does it include? like, what is your investigation about? Okay, so this is it. And what are the parameters you will use? For example, parameters, or if this is a materials based research, then you can write about materials. Okay. Now, if this is about parameters, then you can say at this speed, we'll be assessing this machine. At this rotation, we'll check the wear of this machine, or simply write about the material properties which are being used, like that things. Okay. Those things you can include over here in experiment parameters. Then results. If this is a research, you will call it results. If this is a review, you will call it results and discussion, or simply discussion for a review. Number 5, summary. Number 6, conclusions and references. So this is the general structure of a paper.
What we have to write in abstract in and literature survey.
अरे यार अभी तो बताया था. In abstract is a 250 worded paragraph, which is the trailer of the whole paper. Okay, I'm explaining it again. Abstract contains everything regarding your paper, but not the in-depth of your paper. Okay, it just scratches the surface. Like, yeah, this is the possibility, this is what we are investigating, and this is the possible outcome we expect. And literature survey, just like how I showed you in my paper, where we explained the concepts. Okay, I hope I'm clear.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the usual structure of a paper, be it research, be it review. Only in review, this can be removed. Okay. Now, after this, uh, the next step is plagiarism. For plagiarism, there is a software called Turn It In software, only accessible to faculties and not a free software. And one warning: never use any free plagiarism software online. Like, I have had one case that one of my friend, he tried to upload the whole document in some free plagiarism checker, and later it turned out that someone else published his paper after 2 months with some Chinese name on it. So yeah, never trust any random website for plagiarism. Trust only like Grammarly. You can Grammarly Premium you can use for plagiarism, but that too is also like pretty flawed system. Like, I would recommend, like, if in plagiarism checker on Grammarly Premium, if you get 6%, then 100% consider that in Turnitin software it will come 12% or 8%, 9% in usual case. Okay, max case is 12%. Yeah, because Grammarly Premium does not go through all the databases that Turnitin has access for. Okay, so the plagiarism percentage allowed, 10% to 15% max. Okay. The like reputed publishers like Elsevier, Springer, Taylor and Francis, Sage, MDPI, Hindawi. Like these many journals, they usually ask you to avoid plagiarism more than this. Okay. Now I can show you a sample plagiarism report. This is a plagiarism report from Turnitin software. Like you can see highlighted colors, I hope, like 116, 78, 34. You can see पूरी होली हो रखी है यहाँ पे. So this content is plagiarized or directly available on the internet or from some research database or some college database where people submit their thesis and matches with them. So publishers use very reputed software. Like Turnitin is one of the software which is used by journals. Okay, publishers when you submit your paper, and it's really important to keep your plagiarism in track. Okay, and in the end of this report, you will be getting a similarity index. This similarity index is known as your plagiarism percentage, which should be around 10 to 15% at max. It can be lower, it can be zero. Zero is good. Your paper that means your paper is 100% original. Okay, so that's the criteria. Okay, like some journals reject the paper because plagiarism is above 5%, 10%, 15%. Okay, plagiarism, grammatical errors, and very poor structuring of the paper. These three are the very common reasons due to which the papers get rejected from a review. Okay, now I'll explain, like after finalizing your manuscript, like the document which you make for your review article or research article, it's known as manuscript. That's the terminology used. Okay, you need to find a journal which will be done by a corresponding author. A journal, like there are more than 43,000 journals, okay, which are indexed in reputed indexing services. For example, Scopus, which is considered by VIT. Like if you have a Scopus publication, then only it has a value. Or Web of Science indexed publisher. Okay, so that's the thing. You will need a journal. After finding a journal, you will have to upload your paper, or like your corresponding author, which is usually a faculty, who will upload your paper in the journal. Yeah, someone is saying something.
Yes. You were saying that we need to find the journal. So what if like I publish my paper in 2 to 3 journals?
No, no, no,
Like
no, no. That will cause you
it
a
would
ethical
save time.
problem. See, if you publish same paper in 2 3 journals, then that will cause you a problem. That can lead to a legal action against you. Like legal action means retracting your paper from that journal, and they will specially issue a notice that this paper has been retracted with your name and the topic of the paper, which will be a very bad insult. Okay, that's a policy you should you should abide by. That one journal at a time. Like if your paper is published at the first journal, well and good. Like there are rejections, a lot of rejections are there. Like my own paper, my first paper was rejected 8 times, and the ninth time we applied, it got published. Okay, but at one time simultaneously we cannot apply in two different journals. It will be completely unethical and wrong. And if anyone from another publisher who has seen your paper knows about that, then they can mail that current editor where your paper is published, and they can ask for retraction. Okay. Getting your paper retracted is much more easier than publishing it. Publishing process is more time consuming and very much like effort taking in some cases. Okay. Like you wrote the paper and you sent a paper to the journal, you went through the review process, which I'll be explaining ahead. Okay. So that's the case. After finding the journal, you will apply, you will upload the paper in a journal's login. Like there are various types of login. Okay, I'll just show you. One is called Manuscript Central, and one is called Editorial Manager. Okay, like these are for some journals. Okay, like this is a journal called Materials Research Express, where I have applied my paper. Okay, and this is its login. Okay, if you click this submit an article, you will be redirected to the same page only where I have taken you. Continue to article submission. Yeah. So I'll log in author. Now this is where I can see my paper. Okay. The faculty has applied my paper over here and I can easily see it. For example, if you want to upload your paper, you can start your submission over here. Okay. Like this. And in editorial manager, I'll just show you. Wait, I'll just show you some other one. EAAI. This is an Elsewhere Journals editorial manager. Yeah. Now this is a platform from where you upload a paper. Okay. Now this editorial manager login is for this journal called Engineering Applications of Artificial Intelligence, which is coming under Elsevier. Okay. Now here you can see my corresponding author uploaded the paper, and I can see two of my papers are being processed for further review. Okay. Now these are the platforms from where you apply. And if you want to submit a paper, you have to click submit new manuscript, and then you can select the type of paper you are trying to publish. Okay, but it's not recommended for students to do this. Let your faculties do this for you, whoever is your advisor. Okay, and then you can click the type of paper you are submitting: research paper, short communication, survey means a review article. Okay, so this is how you have to utilize the uploading platforms. Okay, and after you upload your paper, the first thing which happens is editorial screening, where your paper is checked for grammatical errors, technical relevance, and plagiarism, as I told you before. Okay, in editorial screening, it takes around 1 day to 1 week, or even 1 month in worst case, depending on publisher to publisher or journal to journal. Okay. Then number two, after editorial screening, editorial desk acceptance rejection. Like how I told you, like grammatical error, relevance, plagiarism. Out of these three, if any one is having a major issue, then editor will recommend rejection. It's called desk rejection. Or if accepted, then your paper will go for peer review. Peer review is like completely anonymous. Okay, your paper will go to some industrial expert in the field. Okay, for example, if I'm writing a paper regarding artificial intelligence, then in peer review, editor will call 2 to 3 people who will be completely anonymous to us, and they can be expert in the field, industrial expert, faculty, PhD scholar. They can be from any part of the world. Okay, so they will read the paper, they will provide comments, and they will criticize if anything is wrong, anything is bad, and they will provide uh, like explanation to the editor, like, yeah, these are the problems due to which I don't feel that this paper should be accepted for publication, or these are the possible flaws due to uh, which can be rectified, and then you can consider. So after peer review, either it's rejection, revision, or direct acceptance. Okay, these are the three possibilities immediately after peer review. Okay, if a major case in like major comments are there for your rejection of the paper, then editor will immediately reject your paper. And if they say like these are the minor changes or major changes they have to do, they will ask you to revise it. If they think the paper is good enough and needs no changes, they will call it for direct acceptance. And after this, if rejected, then you have to go through the same process in any other journal, okay, which is relevant to your domain. If I'm applying a paper for material science, it has to be a journal which has scope for material science. For example, I've shown you Materials Research Express. If I upload civil engineering paper over here, they will say that this paper is not relevant. We are rejecting the paper, which is quite obvious. Okay. So yeah, after revision, you will upload the paper. Then after revision, you can get acceptance or another round of revision. There can be more rounds of revisions are possible. Then after that, acceptance. This acceptance is very important. If you get an acceptance, then after that you can add that paper's title in your CV. You can share the paper to your close ones if you want. Okay. And publication. Now, in between acceptance and publication, there is one thing called proof checks, where you will be checking your paper. For example, I'll show you one of my papers which is having proof checks right now. So this paper has been accepted in Elsevier. Okay. Now this is the proof checking interface where I'll be checking my paper, and I'll be seeing the production team's comments, and they will ask me like these are the problems in your accepted paper. We want you to check if this images of high quality or can be replaced, or if these are the grammatical errors, we request you to check and remove, like this. Okay. So this is how we can make corrections in a paper before getting the paper published in the final template. Okay. And they provide us a lot of queries which we have to resolve. Okay. And we can edit as much as we require. Okay. Like these are question number 1, question number 2, 3, and so on. Okay. So this is a way how proof checks are done. Or some journals provide you PDF directly. Like this is the PDF. We have typeset the paper in our journal template. We want you to check and give us edits. And this is how the whole process goes. From starting to writing the research paper to uploading and publishing it, I have explained you every single thing. If you have any doubt, you are free to ask me anything.
So, Bhaiya, is there any fees also there not for submitting the paper?
Sorry. I didn't get your
Hello,
question. Yeah,
am I audible?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking for submission of the paper. Is there any fees also there? No? And what is the
See,
process of
some
that one?
see there are like two ways you can publish. One is open access and one is subscription access. Subscription access is always free. You never have to pay a single penny. Okay, but there is a limitation that you cannot share your paper in open like publicly. Okay, like you cannot post it online without any permission from journal. Okay, and the other option is open access. Okay, in open access what happens, the publisher takes the money from the authors and keeps the paper online for lifetime. No one will question. Okay, so that's the thing. Like in open access, fees is also very hefty. Some journals ask $1,000, $2,000, some even ask for $5,000. Okay, so open access is like तुमने हमको पैसा दे दिया, तुम्हें तुम्हारा पेपर अब ऑनलाइन है, मुबारक हो, और कोई भी पूरी दुनिया में कोई भी कहीं से भी डाउनलोड कर सकता है. Anyone in the world from any place can download your paper for free if you have already paid the journal its open access fees. Okay, and subscription model is much better actually. It's free and it's a little slow in comparison to open access model. Okay, but at least you don't have to utilize that amount, hefty amount of money, $1,000, $2,000. How will you pay? Next, any question? I am unable
Can
to hear
you
you,
share
Ankush.
that PDF?
Hi.
Hi.
I have this one question. I have heard and read a lot about that in further studies, if you want to carry on in abroad or something, then research papers matter a lot.
Yeah, they do. I myself
What do
I'm
you
applying
think
in universities.
if you,
I can tell you my experience about it. Like they have a
yeah, sure.
specific section where you have to indicate if you have any publication. And students, like they had a bad CGPA, but they had a good IELTS score and good GRE score, and they had a good publication. Okay, in one Elsevier journal, they had one good publication. Despite very bad CGPA, they got into rank QS rank 26 university, University of Toronto. So yeah, publications do
That's
matter.
great.
They also enhance your performance, like they enhance your chances of getting in. Okay. Now I have 20 publications, but still I haven't got any university offer. That's kind of a ridiculous thing, but yeah. But those students who got admission had one publication or two publications at most.
Don't worry, you'll get it soon.
Thank you very much.
And subscription model is, okay for this type of applications. They have the access,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Any like subscription open, you just have to have a paper. That's what matters. But see, there are lots of flawed useless journals which take 1,500 rupees as open access fees. They are bullshit. Don't ever. They are strongly recommended to not go there unless you want to dump a paper. You should try in journals
Okay, sure,
first.
got it.
You should try in journals first, then only go to the last resort. Last resort should be conference, not these 1,500 rupees, 2,000 rupees journal. Okay, it's rather to apply your paper in IEEE conference than to dump into some nonsense journal. You will waste your money there. In like conference proceeding is also a way you can publish, but there is one thing, like you have to make a PPT and present your paper over there. And it's like in India, it's lowest cost for conference publication. Okay, like 5,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees, and you have your paper in IOP, open access, or Elsevier. Elsevier materials today proceedings, like these kind of journals are like there. So yeah,
Got it. Thank you so much.
welcome.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm in first year and pretty much interested in research, but the thing is, I don't know where to start from. So, can you please explain the roadmap or the personal measures that can be taken from a first year student?
That's what I have explained from the start.
Sorry.
I'll repeat. Okay, I'll just give you a small brief. See, first of all, uh, have a topic in mind. Like if you are inclined, you are BCY, right?
Yes, yes,
21
I'm BC.
BCY. Which branch is it? Artificial intelligence or
Cyber
sorry,
security.
cyber security? Obviously. Then in cyber security, you might be having your core subject as blockchain.
Not yet. We are not introduced to it.
No. I'm saying it's in your curriculum, right? It's in your core
Uh,
courses, right?
yeah, blockchain security and cloud security. We had that.
Now, for example, if I was in your place, if I was a BCY student and blockchain was my interest, I would have started exploring it more. I would have studied it more, and then I would have found out like what are the current problems which can be solved using the blockchain or the problems in the blockchain. For example, you can say like Bitcoin has a very weak reverse mechanism. Like reverse mechanism is a correct incorrect term. You can say when if you want to retract a payment, it's a very difficult procedure. You'll have to like literally go through the blocks. Oh, which block was it? Oh, come on, retract the payment. So that's a mess of a process. How to simplify it? Like that way, you have to find out some problems in it or something which you want to solve. Okay, if you are interested in artificial intelligence, go for it. Try to find some application because artificial intelligence plus application has much more importance in the
Oh,
research community as far as I know.
thank you so much.
Hi, can I ask something?
Yeah.
So how did you like get in contact with your faculty and how did you start the discussion with your faculty and your friends? As you mentioned, you were four of you submitted that paper. So how did you get into that discussion about submitting a paper and going seriously for it?
See, we started it all alone. I started it all alone. Okay. I have my own student research organization where I have trained students and I have connected them with faculties. Like for my first experience, I'll tell you, I approached the faculty and I've said, sir, that this is my domain of interest. If you are willing to work with me on this, then please let me know that these are the domains I want to work. This is the problem statement I have. Then if there is a possibility, then he will also guide you, he or she, whoever it is. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
It's like you need to take an initiative yourself. Do your research first. Like, yeah, if this faculty go to his faculty, the faculty's Google Scholar, search his papers, see his papers, what he has done, what is the research domain, what he has worked on mostly. If it matches your domain, then go for it. Ask the faculty.
Thank you.
In the
I
abstract section, do we also have to give a short
Sorry.
conclusion? In the abstract section, do we have to give a short conclusion of our exact
No.
findings if we are
Conclusion is
conducting a
completely
research paper?
different. See, conclusion is completely different. Okay, and abstract is completely different. I'll just uh, make an abstract for you. Wait, I think that will help you out a little bit.
Utkarsh bhaiya, am I audible?
Yeah, please tell me.
Okay, actually, like there was a mic issue before, and like right now I'm able to solve it. So while you were taking that issue from the cyber department, I would like to introduce you all to our mm, uh, faculty, Dr. Shishir sir, and he's an expert of like cyber department. So, sir, if you are here, sir, we would like you to um, have a conversation with our guest.
Yeah, hi. Thank you. And good evening, Utkarsh sir. I don't know, like I should say sir to you or not.
No.
But yeah,
I'm a
it's
fourth year
really
student, sir.
great. Okay. It's really great to see your progress and the work you have done in undergrad. It's really good. And my best wishes for your higher studies and whatever you are striving for. So
Thank you,
you'll
sir. Thank
definitely get it. The quality papers, what you have shown, they are literally for the undergrad. It is really good. And thank you, BAI 0021 as well, for
Thank you, sir.
identifying that I'm in the in this room and allow me to speak. I just have two things to say. The first one is the query what I think BCY 21 has raised. Uh, I think she was a girl. She asked that how to start the research. At VIT Bhopal, we do have a center of excellence in cybersecurity, and I think 2019 BCY students, they are already having a subject called Cyber Clinic, where we are initiating the academic research. So what all Utkarsh has mentioned and clarify all the doubts. Literally, we are on that track only. So at the end of the semester, probably they will come up with at least one Scopus paper, and for that we are mentoring them. We are giving them the templates. They have already identified around 20-25 papers they are reading. So for 2021 batch PCY will be in process. You will soon get this subject. And for the other people who are like, I can see the core CAC guys, artificial intelligence guys. So we do have a lot of opportunities at cybersecurity. So if you have something like, if you are working in healthcare and you want to secure your databases, if you are working on artificial intelligence and it has something related to the security, so we do have many people working with us in India and abroad as well. So we can get the things going for you. I'm very happy to say that 2018 batch, many of our VIT Bhopal students have got University of Virginia, UCL, Stanford, NJIT, these kind of university. They got it right from PG level, so they got direct admission for PhD. So for getting any foreign university, as Utkarsh rightly said, that your resume should have research papers, because that will actually keep you apart from any normal student. You will have something of your own. So research paper is something what you have done, whether it could be a survey or it is a technical paper, but this is something which you have invented, what you have discovered, or what you have a new thought, you can say. So my best wishes. I welcome all the students, 20 batch, 2019 batch. I can see 21 batch also, to just visit VIT Bhopal Center of Excellence Cybersecurity, and just get in touch with us. I think Utkarsh, when he was mentioning everything, I was just surfing his profile, and I'm surprised to see that a lot of thing he did for in BTech. So similarly, what I search for the expert, you can also search for the other people. Like he rightly mentioned, for blockchain, who are the people who are working? I think all of you should have your own LinkedIn account first of all, and the website what expert has mentioned, SCI Hub, or all the website, like he talked about plagiarism. He also like in 1 hour actually he did the work of what we are doing for 6 months. So I'm really happy, and my best wishes to Utkarsh again and the organizer to identify Utkarsh at right time. And specifically, I'll be welcoming for all the security domains. Please do visit. You are soon going to be in the campus. I'm at fifth floor. Visit me sometime, and we'll have a more discussion on it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Like your presence has definitely enlightened our purpose, and like this was really great to have you. And I was really feeling so special that like our event is going to be so purposeful. So like to all the members here, if you have any doubts, so feel free to ask. And if not, I will be sharing a feedback form right now, so you all can fill. And thank you so much, sir. And thank you, Utkarsh Bhaiya. Now you all can take, just ask your doubt. Thank
I
you.
want to ask a doubt to sir, to the teacher. Hello, am I audible?
Uh, Sorry.
I just want to ask a doubt to the teacher.
Oh, n- n- do you mean Utkarsh Bhaiya or Shishir sir?
The sir.
Okay, sir,
Huh.
Yeah,
please.
yeah, I'm here. Yes.
So, like, as you told for cyber security, there are things like cyber clinic. So, is there something for aerospace also?
No, for this is something which we are initiating because cybersecurity program is matured enough at VIT. So for aerospace, we are doing the things, but not through the subject. We are doing like with your program chair, Dr. Prashant. We are having some projects, and there you can enlighten. That is why I'm inviting you guys that you visit me. I'll connect to the right person. So if you are working on aerospace, what are the things you can do? Maybe it is related to cybersecurity, maybe it not, but I can guide you that whom to contact because we have hundreds of faculties. So you need to find out that who can guide you well, specifically on your research area. So that is the synchronization which you need to make with your faculties, and then the things would be easy for you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, how can we join that research cycle?
Sorry.
Sir, the Center for Cybersecurity Research.
That's your center. That's our center. No need to join or something. You just have a word with us, and whenever you will be in campus, we can have a greater discussion on it. Do have a visit on one of the labs, or you meet me personally. We will have a discussion.
Okay, so there's one thing. So Utkarsh Bhaiya, would you like to talk about that organization that you have
Yeah.
mentioned?
Yeah, I have my own research organization where I have collaborated with students from VIT Vellore, VIT Bhopal. Like some of your bioengineering seniors have worked with me on a very high impact paper regarding biosensors. And we have collaborators from Taiwan. We have funding from Malaysia. We have funding from Latvia, Germany for some specific domain of research. And we have like agreements with some journals. For example, Electrochemical Society for Chemical Engineering Students, ECS Journal of Solid State Science and Technology, which has an impact factor of 2.07, which is a reputed journal for chemical and mechanical. Like, if you want to write paper on nanomaterials, then that journal is really appropriate. And we have some publisher agreements like Hindavi. We have some special issues going on, and we are going to host some more special issues where we can publish a lot of papers easily. And we have been working closely with Indian Space Research Organization, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center in Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram. We have 4 projects with ISRO scientists, and I am interning with DRDO for my capstone project. And also I have a internal agreement for some publications. And we are working on armored fighting vehicles. We'll be like publishing our joint patent with DRDO. We are publishing one joint patent for Indian Railways for a diesel locomotive modification. We are working with CSIR Karaikudi, Tamil Nadu, for electrochemical applications. We are working with CSIR Bhopal, DRDO Hyderabad, DMRL, for materials research and various other things in material science and metal related research work. And this is all under my organization. And we do not charge any student unless we are going for a conference proceeding. So if anyone wants to join from mechanical and chemical, then we have a vacancy right now. For CSE, we do
Here
not have
for
vacancy
electronics
until
student like antenna designing, you have option for this.
what?
For electronics student like antenna designing and all, you have a scope of that one also or not?
Currently, no. Currently, we are not taking any intakes. Those batches are already full, and we have we are still training them right now. So once the vacancies are there, I'll ask Anuj to circulate the details for electronics. Currently, I have
Definitely.
vacancies for mechanical and chemical. like mostly related to nanomaterials and metal related research. If anyone wants to join, you are free to, you are like cordially invited. But eligibility is for second years in their fourth semester and third years, because the research is kind of complex and you need at least that amount of studies to understand the concepts which we'll be working on.
How we can join research community?
Like research organization, you can contact Anush directly. He can redirect me, like redirect you to me, and we can have a discussion ourselves. Like if you are interested in doing some research work related to the current available vacancies, just like I've mentioned about mechanical engineering and chemical engineering, then we can do together. We can do. We can write the whole paper together.
That's well said, Bhaiya. And of course, to all the attendees here. So, like, if you have a motivation, you have a topic to, where you feel like you're going to do great later in your life. So just grab it, build a team, and all you need are some good connection that VIT Bhopal is providing, as Shishir sir has already mentioned. And if you need any other like VIT some guidance from Utkarsh Bhaiya as well as some faculty members from other organizations. So we will able to help you out. So all you have to do is just build a purpose, have a team, and then we can redirect you.
And
So
actually, what I have explained, like the way I have explained, is like to make you more self-sufficient. Like be a little self-reliant. You do not have to just go and beg that, bro, kar de, sir, please, can you help me? Like that. No, you will be self-sufficient. You will help yourself, and you can move ahead. I have given you every single thing regarding this, how to start a research. Okay, so I don't think like that's what you say mandatory for wandering around here and there. I have given every single point. I have covered every single possible thing which can block your mind. Don't listen to idiots. Don't listen to public. Okay, if you listen to idiots, you will become an idiot. Try to cross verify. Okay, don't be like WhatsApp University. जो WhatsApp पे पढ़ा वो सच है. Okay, verify it on Google. Just like that.
and we have a great example right here, Utkarsh Bhaiya. So like
अरे लेम
definitely,
एग्जाम्पल है भाई, क्यों मजाक उड़ा रहा है?
definitely. And Bhaiya, like at last, before we going to end this session, would you like to talk about that record that you soon will be going to break?
Yes, yes, yes. India record for publications. I'll be breaking it soon. I have 20 papers published, and within few days, three of my papers which are accepted will be published, and I'll be breaking the India record. And since there is no world record registered, I'll be applying for that as well.
And we
Research
hope
papers for an undergrad student.
Undergrad, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
so.
much.
We hope we soon we are going to see that record in all of the platforms, and to all our audience to see other achievements of our guest. You can redirect to the LinkedIn account of Utkarsh Bhaiya so that you can see, and you can even connect with him. So in later in life, so if ever you need any kind of help regarding the similar topics that you are having, you can directly take help, or uh, Antrix is always the medium for you, Club Antrix. And this issue also that some of one of guys said this thing regarding the aerospace. So as you all know that our faculty coordinator is Dr. Prashant GK. And he is the, I guess, head of department of aerospace. So this is a direct way to get connected with him, and you can have your purpose right here. So contact your head of department of Club Antrix, and they will help you out. So okay, so this is the final call for any doubts. And if Utkarsh Bhaiya, if you have anything to just give these all the attendees, so that will be really good.
सब कुछ तो दे दिया, अब और क्या दूं?
Blessings.
अबे ओए, इतना एलिजिबल भी नहीं हूं मैं. ओके.
Right, right. But
वर्ड
soon,
फाइल
but
दे दो
soon.
भैया,
क्या चीज?
वर्ड फाइल दे दो।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, ठीक है, मैं वर्ड फाइल भेज देता हूँ.
Okay,
Anuj, you can
Utkarsh
forward
bhaiya,
this.
you can send it to me, and because I will be sharing you the recording of the session. There's a drive of Utkarsh bhaiya where some of his publications are there, so you can also check it out if you are interested. And along with this thing, there will be a template of proper this review paper and research paper. So I guess that will help you out. So if you have any doubts later, you can always connect to me. Um, you can join the WhatsApp group of Club Antrix, and if there's any more doubt, I will be happy to take it. And mm, please fill the feedback form also. So that will be definitely help us out too. So I guess this is the end of this session. And so thank you, Bea, and thanks to our audience. Thank you, Shishir sir, for for your presence. And I guess that's all for now. So thank you so much for coming. And I hope I will see you in the next webinar, the webinar 2 that we are going to hold tomorrow. And we will be discussing a little bit about, how like astronomy and aerospace with some of our prodigies. So thank you so much. And
Can you
those
share
who want to,
that roadmap PDF?
okay, you're talking about the that docs that Utkarsh Bhaiya was sharing, right?
Yeah, they were sharing review research and that
Right, right,
road.
right.
I'm sharing that. Yeah, I'm sharing that. Wait. Anuj, I've sent it to you. You can share it with everybody. Okay.
Right, where like I've got it. So I will be sharing this thing. Okay, this docs with everyone. So just be attentive with your mails. Okay, so it will take us at least a time till tomorrow because there's another webinar too. So, but we will definitely give you out. Okay, so now I will be stopping the recording.